Alrighty, sorry about the delay there. I was not quite ready to start the stream as I thought I was. Hey, I'm Nathan Bonner. I'm the artist of the Big Muddy Monster comics, a true life tale of Murfreesboro, Illinois, detailing the tales of Murfreesboro's very own cryptid, a large hairy beast called the Big Muddy Monster, like a Sasquatch. And I'm also, of course, the creator and sole animator of Indavo, which Indavo 3 is now has finished 2 episodes, and we are now careening into production of episode 3. And for that, in our last adventure, I created 3 different spaceships very quickly. These are background spaceships for an upcoming port of call that our heroes will be going to, should they escape the villainous Van Graff, as we had a cliffhanger at the end of episode 2. This may be spoiler territory, but you know what? We're just going to go with it. So anyway, okay, here we go. We have 3 spaceships. I did not show you last time what the render looked like. Oh, and here's the render. This is what this looks like. Wow. As you can see, you got a nice reflection there on our spherical one. And I probably will add maybe a bit of thrust later to the rockety one. Or perhaps not. Yeah, we'll see. It could be on cruise mode without thrusters going. Who knows? Anyway, we're done with that. So, alright. Well, let us begin again with a new spaceship here. There are several that we need, still need to make. So, hit save, and let's go ahead and add in a new mesh. We're going to do a cube. Kablow. Alright, so. Alright, let's go in edit mode. Let's choose. I did not pre-choose which one we're doing, so I'm now looking at my illustrations in my sketchbook, which are inked and colored in with Copics and Maker's Marker, Master Touch markers. Okay, yes. Okay, I see what we're going to do now. Alright, so we're going to make another kind of pyramidal one. This one will have a rotating section that will be rotated when we're ready for animation. Which we're not ready for that yet, so we're not going to worry about that. What we just need to do is we just need to make a... right now. Let's set point as we can. Okay, good. Alright, let's go back to object mode. And let's do a bit of squashy scaling here. Where we're going is... Okay, hey, that's not bad. Okay. This is the 4 section of this strange alien space vessel. And that is where we're going to focus right now. We might do something on the backside, but on the top side, let's see what we've got and what we can do. Okay. Okay, let's bring that up toward the top here, right about to there. We're going to do another. Not like that. There we go. And that will be right about there. Oh, we are joined today by a special guest, the foster kitten, Floof. Say hello, Floof. Don't know if you can hear that purr. Anyway. So, sorry, Floof. Let me put you back down. Anyways. She's going to be going to the no-kill animal rescue here in January, where she will probably be adopted very quickly. She's a small black kitten with really long fur, so it's the name Floof. Anyway. Perhaps there will be pictures in the chat. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty good there. Let's go ahead while we've got this guy selected. We did not do this with the other one, but we probably should have hit the bevel. Bevel that out a little bit. Boop. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with that guy for right now. So let's go ahead and get the other line section selected in here and also beveled. This one's going to be much more uniformly done. Okay. So yeah, that looks pretty good right there. So let's go into here. And let's yeah, let's go ahead and extrude. Do some extruding here. So we're gonna hit, instead of extrude region, we're gonna go to extrude along normals. Now the idea of this is that they are now, instead of going all in the same direction, they're going to go in the way a direction that makes sense in relevance to the plane that they're on. Each side is a different plane, so therefore we're going to kind of go in just a little bit. All we kind of need there. And if we wanted to go further on that, we'd hit scale. Going to give us a weird divot. So let's see here. Aha! Yeah, that's so let's move that up. The selection up to right about there. Okay, bam. This will be kind of a pinky-ish, purpley glow. Maybe we'll change the colors on that, since the other one's purplish too. At any rate, let's go and select. Yeah, let's select our planes here. So what we're going to do is, basically there are 4 kind of windows or ports here, or glowy bits. But they will only take up just a small section here, so we probably need to hit the subdivide. Is that going to work? Yes, that will work. Actually, there's probably a better way to do it. Let's see here. Yeah, I suppose that's what I'll have to do. Okay, so now we'll just select each of these guys. These are line segments, and I selected the wrong one. There we go. Okay, so let's select all 4 sides of this line segments here. Okay, they're selected. And now we're going to hit the bevel. So let's bevel this out. Bevel this out. We're right about there. Okay, now we've got some extra shapes, but they will not be visible. We're not going to worry about them at all. We're going to select face. We'll select each one of these faces here. And we're going to go do that extrude along normals again. And there we go. And we're going to leave that as is this time. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of an interesting pattern that's popped up. And I said I wasn't going to do anything with that, but you know what? In order to give it a little bit more variance, we're going to randomize or maybe not so randomize on this. Let's try this. Yeah. Okay, let's try this. All right. And we're going to do that extrude along normals thing again. And this will give us a little bit more give us a little bit more plating. Don't need it to be a lot. Go. That'll give us some interesting shapes to go off of. Now we're going to those diamondy shapes that we accidentally created, or unintentionally created, I should say. Actually, they look kind of neat too. So we're going to do the same, about the same for them. A bit of Ra's pyramid here from the Stargate, if you are inclined. Like that. All right, hey, that's not bad. Okay, let's get some detailing on that nose cone here. Just a little bit of detailing. What we're going to do is we're going to inset faces just a little bit here if we can. Ooh, that's gonna be bad. Okay. Quite so much. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna do extrude normals. Not too much, just a little bit. Alright. Now, what we need to do is we need to go to select a point. Right here. Select that point right there. I don't know if I can bevel this point. No, I can set that. No, let's not worry about that. Let's go back to faces. Okay, let's go back to faces. Actually, no. Let's go to lines here. And we'll do there. And we are going to just go to regular extrude region, and kapow. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay, well, that is definitely, I think, a good level of detail on the top here. Let's go to object mode, take a look. Can't really tell. But we will be able to tell here shortly. Trust me on that. Okay, so. Oh, yeah, before we add the aft section, let's go ahead and come down here to the base. And we'll go back into edit mode. Okay, this is the underside of our pyramidal shape. So let's go ahead and see what we can. Okay, there are 4 shapes there. Convenient. We need to inset these guys down uniformly like that. Now that creates a lip. And we need to extrude up into the shape, like so. Aha! And now we're going to right about to there. And we're going to push this out. Let's see, how big is that rotating shape? Oh, quite small. No, it doesn't need to be that big then. Alright, let's do that. It faces thing quite a bit this time. This will be our connect connector. Let's just go to move, and we're going to move this down. You got a sub-pyramid shape. Okay, now this needs to be inset quite a bit. So the connector connect. Alright, so then we're going to go in. I'm going to inset again. And this time we're going to extrude down. This is where the rotational part of our ship will connect to this. Give it a little bit more liveliness. We always need a little bit more liveliness. We're going to select each one of these guys. And let's go to right click and subdivide. Let's see what we got here in a subdivision. We're not creating n-gons. No, that's terrible. I don't know why that's a base option. But anyway. Grab. That's probably good enough right there. All right. Say that is good enough. Oop. Sorry. Grab some random squares here. There's a way to do this too, but it would actually grab random squares all over the object, and we don't quite want. I don't quite want that at this time. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to extrude along normals, and let's turn that back down. Let's turn that back down. They don't need to be up that much. There we go. Gives a little bit of, greebling texture without doing a lot of texture. Okay, I think this is ready. This is ready to have some. We have to adjust a cat. There we go. All right. She was a wildcat, and she was captured and has tamed up really nicely in the last few weeks. Yes, she has. I stop petting her and she looks at me, so I have to pet her again. I apologize. You know, cat duty. Anyway, let's go down to the materials tab, and we're going to create a new material. We're just going to call this material Hole. Okay, and we're not going to do anything fancy with this. We're just going to kind of make this a little bit grayish. Not too purple. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take note of this color. Add hex decimal number. We're going to copy that just to have that for future reference. So, what we need now is we need to go back into edit mode. So go back into edit mode. All right, now we're going to select all the areas on this spaceship which are going to have some illumination. So we're going to collect all the illumination. All right, so illuminate buttons. All right, we've got those guys selected. Are we going to do any on the bottom? No, I don't think so. I think we're going to keep this all on the top side. Above level. Okay, so we're going to add in a new material. New, and it's going to be white. And we're going to assign this material. It's not anything right now. But we're going to change the base to, I was thinking originally that it was going to be a peach color, but we used peach color last time, so I think we're going to no, that's fine for the base. Over here, we're going to go down to emission. Color to right about here. Boom, there we go. We have a spaceship. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, now we need the aft section. So let's bring this guy up. Right about there. And let's go ahead and make the section here to go add. We're going to add in another cube. All right, so let's go ahead and deform this cube to about this size. We need it to there. Let's bring that up. Let's bring this guy down. Let's see what we've got. That definitely needs to be a little bit more poking out here. Okay, so that's pretty good. All right, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to go into edit mode. Again, and we're going to do another loop cut right in the middle. No. That loop cut selected. We're going to go to middle. About to there. Okay, good. Now let's go to scale. And we're going to scale this guy out to right about here. Aha! Beginning to take form quite nicely. Okay, now let's add in some details on this aft section to make it a little bit less bland. Right? Oh, one thing we can do to save some time later, so we're going to go to object mode here. Let's go into this object right here. We're going to go select the hull, and we're going to right click on that, and we're going to go to be able to here it is, copy material. Sorry, it's in the wrong spot there. Blender, it can be complicated. There's the little places things hide. So what we need to do is we need to add in a new material, and we need to use this drop down to paste that material, and boom, there we go. I just made that overly complicated. Like to apologize. All right, so we have these two sections selected. So what we need to do is we need to inset these faces. About that much, but I think I'd like to have that scaled in a little bit more, so it's a little bit more uniform of a lip. Yes, yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so now we're going to just extrude region, regular extrude, and now we're going to different sort of textures down here. Doesn't necessarily mean anything. We're just playing around and creating some different shapes that we can do things with or leave colored, but you know, it's just going to be some technological doodadery. So, not going to worry about it too much. I think that is pretty good right there. Okay. All right. Around the let's go to a loop cut here, and there we go. Bring that to right about here. And what I want to do, select some faces now. Do that extrude along normals, and we're going to create a little bit more of a lip. There we go. And make it uniform on the side with squishes that right about to there, and there we go. Right. That's that. Well, it could use some other things to it too. So let's go ahead and select some. Let's go ahead and select some of these faces here, and let's do some insetting. There we go. Extrude along normals. We're going to set these guys inside, just right about there, right about there. Okay. And we're going to select here, 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 and here. And we're going to do that whole inset thing again. But we're going to do it slightly different on the scale. And now we're going to extrude along normals, but I think this one we're going to put on the outside. Oh, that's kind of weird. That's very that. Well, we may not do that. There we go. Something, it doesn't have to be much. All right, let's get this in cap here. I did not have the shift key. All right, let's do that again. Let's try beveling these guys in just a skosh. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let's inset those faces, and let's right about there. And there we go. That's better. Okay, for the back side of this, it should be fairly simple. It's going to be the drive section. Even though it's spinny, it's okay. Set everything uniformly as possible. Once again, have to do a little bit of scaling here to kind of get everything worked in the way it should be. Still, it's not too bad. All right, let's just go to the regular extrude region and extrude that up, right about to there, and boom, there you go. That's your thrust channel. And maybe to help sell this, let's go back into edit mode, or object mode, and let's rotate this guy. No, let's not rotate this guy. On the blue rotate, it's going to come up to here. It's going to be 17. That's not where we're wanting. We're wanting to go to 45-degree angle. Tab. Boom. And there you go. That is a spaceship. Some green thruster lights going on there. So let's grab that material right there. Copy that material. I'm going to go down to here. I'm going to create a new material. Paste that in there. And where that's going to go is that's going to have to go into edit mode. Oh, it's already pre-selected, so let's go ahead and just assign that onto that, and there we go. Now, the idea behind this is that our object down here will also rotate around the ship, like so. Which we will set up that animation later. But for what we need to do, for that animation to work out properly, though, what we need to do is we need to select mode, select both. Go to select mode, both. Okay, now we're going to go to object, and we're going to go a little thing called parent. Let's see here. Parent object. Bam. All right, so now wherever our little pyramidal shape goes, our little doodad will go. Now that's going to be, we can move this completely independent of that, which is what we'll need for the animation, well, the rotator. But boom, that guy is done. Move him over here. They're a fairly large spacecraft. Let's move it on the other side here, as purplish friend. Let's raise them up so that they'll be almost the same thing. Okay, so now we have 4 spaceships. Okay, let's move on to the next one here. Oh, it's a fairly quick one to do. Looking at our options here. Yeah, there's another spherical-esque one. So what we'll need to do on that is mesh. We're going to do a UV sphere. We're going to say that's about the right size. So let's scale this guy up. Okay. Right about 2 here's what I'm looking at. Yes, this is good. This is good. Okay, now let's go into edit mode. Okay, so I don't need all the sphere. In fact, I just need a fair portion of it. So in order to select everything that I need to get rid of, I need to make sure that our transparencies are on. This way you can now see all through the sphere. And we can also select all that if I can get into where I need to be. Okay, let's click off that. Here, as long as I've covered up those dots should go on. When I hit delete, we're going to delete faces and edges. Oh. Just faces. Nope. I selected one rung too high up, and I did not get the rung behind it. Shift key. Let's make sure those dots are covered. Excuse me. 1 second. All right. And lead out those faces. Sorry. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get off this mode. Back into this mode. That's better. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to now select edges. This edge right here, and I need to let's see if bevel is what I'm looking for. Not quite what I'm looking for. What I need to do is well, that should work. Right, extruding. There we go. I'm gonna extrude down just a skosh. And instead of a regular extruding down, we're going to move this up to be a little bit more flush. There we go. We got an interior lip. Aha. All right, now let's extrude up and bevel these guys if I can. So let's try this again. Nope, no, that's not gonna work again. Okay, well, we're back to where we were. We're just gonna have to do the extruding thing until the extruding thing can't be done anymore. Let's go to scale and uniformly scale that in. And move key to move that down so it's a little bit more uniformish. Yeah. And now we're just going to extrude. Yes, excellent. Okay. I don't usually work in edges, so this is a new experience. Not a new experience, just an uncommon experience for me. There should be a way to get this to work correct, but unfortunately, I have not got that. So, get up and make sure we get it right next time. All right, so let's go back to our hey, whatever works way of doing things. So there we go. That's not bad. We're just going to keep doing this. And I think I'm going to leave that as is because we're about to the point. Yeah, so extrude down quite a bit. There. All right. Not bad, not bad. All right, we're down to the final pylon. And we just need to cap this off. And we're going to cap it off right here. We're going to scale this thing to the point where it is closed-ish. Up right about there. There we go. It's sort of a very top-ish spaceship, but you know. It takes all types to make a galaxy. All right. Well, let's get some. Oh, sorry about that. Let's get some detail. So let's make some details. I'm sorry. I've got a cat pushing against me, demanding attention. Very uncomfortable. You should know that. Alright. Are we satisfied? Okay, we're satisfied. Sorry. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to the extrude along normals because this is going to be really wacky. And we're going to go inside like that. Okay, so there we go. Looks about right. That's not bad at all. All right, let's go selecting some line segments right about. Okay, let's bevel this line segment up a little bit, or in a little bit. Let's go along normal. There. Okay, there we go. That is the base of this spaceship. It's fairly simple. It's pretty straightforward. We're gonna go to edit mode real quick, and in order to make it match the drawing, we're just squat that up just a skosh. Pow. All right, let's get to our material tab. We're already there on the side. Let's hit new. Let's assign a nice color to this guy. Looks like it is metallic. Bring the metallic to 0.5-ish. And take that roughness down. Okay, that's going to be, basically this is the primary hull. These indentation areas, as you might imagine, are lights. Let's go back into edit mode and go to select faces and select our inset faces here. Start all over again. I'd like to apologize. Let's not take forever here. Alright, there we go. Assign. Base color here is going to be our emission color, paste. And let's go up here to aside. How? Just make sure everything is assigned. All right, hey, everything was. Very nice, very nice. What it looks like. mode. Not bad, not bad. I kind of do like that square. Don't want to do smooth shade on the surface. That would distort the light's shape, so we're just going to leave it as blockiness. It should have to be made out of something that everything's going to be polished. That everyone's going to be polished. Like our sphere ships previously. Okay, let's go down here and let us select our mode here. Carefully, carefully, carefully. Almost there. Okay, that's all these guys are. We're going to put a new material. Oh no. Well. Here we go, just like those guys. Yeah, there we go. Put a new material on this bottom section. Right, so plus new. That one. You like their purples in this galaxy. That's good. All right, so there we go. That's another wacky alien spaceship. Let's scale this guy down just a skosh because he's probably not too huge. Not bad. All right. Checking the old sketches again to see what else is out there. Well, there's. Check the time. It looks like we've got about 20 minutes. So the more complicated space cruiser, cargo cruiser, probably isn't going to get done this time. So we're going to do one more random ship. The cargo cruiser in this will be basically a hero ship, as it will have to be shown at landed and with bay doors open. So maybe that will be on its own. Also on this page are Mara's cruiser, which I don't think I have so far scripted an appearance. Go back and put one in. Haha. Potentially, yes. Let's see what we've got here. We've got some other cruisers that we could do. Several different modular cargo vessels. I think probably we're not going to get to those today. Those will be a part 3 for random spaceships. There is 2 more vessels. One is not important. The other one is a guest character's ship, but we will see in the post-credit sequence of part 4. So, having spoiled all that, wow. Let's go back to a UV sphere. Let's go back to this. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a more traditional flying saucer type spaceship out of this. It's going to be fairly quick, and this one will wrap us up for the day. So let's kind of take the sphere up here a little bit, and let's do some warping. Let's make it bigger. Okay, bring it out to here, and we're going to squish it down to there. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's get into edit mode and see what we've got here. Yes. Okay, so there are several saucer-shaped ships in the Indavo 3 story. The Pride had carriers. 2 of them were seen in episode 1 pursuing the adventure as it leaves Pridefall, and Indavo and crew completely ignore it. I'm like the probably only one who thought that was funny. I did. But I did. Let's not do that. Okay, let's go to. So we're not going to make. We're not going to make that inset. Then we'll get too close to our red head carriers. So we need something interesting, but not what we're after. Let's go to region. That up just a little bit. Okay, so let's go back to here. We're only going to put these okay, so necessarily all super uniform, but I believe this is enough for our purposes here. It's true to long normals. We're going to extrude in. Already set for that. Excellent. So there we go. Okay. Let's also, while we're here, let's go ahead and select this piece here. Up along region. Sorry. And I believe we probably need to set this discussion. And again. Oh, there we go. Okay, so so there we go. There's one other thing that I need to do before we go on into the adding in the materials. So let us hit save. Let's go back to okay. Now we're going to go and we're going to add in a mesh, another UV sphere. There we go. Yeah, there we go. We're going to have a little bit more traditionally UFO looking cruiser. There we go. A little bit more traditional UFO looking cruiser here. Okay, so now we're going to select both of these guys and we're going to go to object and we're going to put these together. They are now joined. Bam, that UV sphere is now just part of this mesh as is. Pow. Like so. Aha. All right, so let's go back into object mode. And let's go here to our materials. Let's add new material. Let's go to base color here. Let's go to green, apparently, is what I've got here. Let's kind of darken that green just a little bit. All right. Now let's add in, go to edit mode. We're going to select those windows that we inset. Thrust ports, or yeah, who knows what sensors, or navigational deflectors. Yeah, they could be anything. They could be anything. But what they're going to be is they're going to be kind of uniform. Okay, so go ahead plus new. Assign that right there. Okay. Base color. Yeah, let's change it to. Let's go. We're gonna go red here. Mission strength. Let's bring that up to 8. Too high. 6. And we are assigned, so we're good there. So let's go ahead and get out of that, and let's take a look and see what we've got here. All right. We have a string of space cruisers. Oh yeah, this guy also is not ginormous. To contrast with the Pride carriers, let's make this guy a little bit more Marvin the Martian sized. There we go. Okay, so that's a string of space cruisers. Let's see what we've got. How? Hey, that's not bad at all. All right. So we have 6 of these guys, and by my estimation, there are probably about another 4 or 5 to go. And then our hero vessel. So I think this is a good place to call it quits for the day. This is just a quick Saturday art stream before the evening begins. So I hope everyone has enjoyed it. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know. And I'll do another one shortly, soon. Who knows? Next few days. We'll do the third one, and maybe we'll just power through and get all the ships ready because I need to move on to the actual settings on this planet that everyone will be arriving at. Exterior city, and the various interiors, and also air cars too. That may be a good stream. And a bus. Everyone needs public transportation. So there we go. All right. So thanks for watching.